Is it going to play? Is it going to play?
I mean, I love looking at our faces, though.
Josh, do you know it that we can't hear anything?
Was he listening to it?
Is that playing?
No, it hasn't been playing this whole time.
Poop. I didn't know that.
Oh, this is a great intro. No, just keep it
Welcome
going.
in.
24. That
To
was
share
great.
audio, share a tab instead. Oh, that's why.
Okay.
So I got to do this.
Kicking for a higher score.
You hear it now?
The prize 44. PHFBL, baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that was fun.
Oh, we got a little DJ action.
Even when I hit pause, it like goes back to its stuff.
We're still working out the kinks with the new intro.
Yeah, it's just not quite working for us yet.
All right.
We'll get it.
We'll get it next week.
So,
welcome. Hey, guys.
hey,
What's
hey.
up?
Welcome in to the BaconCast.
Yeah.
I'm Josh.
I'm Eli.
I have my co-host Eli, and we have a special guest today. Would you like to introduce yourself, special guest?
Hi, I am Sean, aka P Master Flash Pukey. Just happy to be here. You know, really gave it my all last week, and really the only reason I pay attention is just to give the chance that I might make the special guest appearance on the BaconCast for the week. So thank you.
Congratulations, you did it. You did it.
Very
I mean,
well.
I've been telling my kids about it all week. They were ecstatic for me.
Oh, I love that. What about the wifey?
Hear the excitement
She's
before.
happy as the kids are?
You know, she really like level sets me. You know, she tries to make sure that I'm not getting too high, you know, too low, just, you know, steady. Like, yeah, pretty good. Okay, I hear you, but like, let's not think too highly of yourself. You know,
Sure.
Really level set.
She reminds you that you manage an imaginary football team.
He did remind me it's not real, and that I asked, could I have the week off and celebrate and not have kid duty? It didn't really fly.
She said no.
She said, actually, you have to do more. Now that you asked that, like, you actually can do more.
It went the other way for
Totally
you.
backfired.
Totally other direction. So it's not gonna happen again.
Yeah. Well, maybe next time.
But yeah, you know, I always give it a shot.
All right. Well, let's look at our power rankings.
These things are getting closer to being a little more accurate now. You know.
Well, certainly for my
I
team,
hope so, because I made a big jump, so I'm liking what I see.
Let's start the other way, from going from the bottom dwellers up, because I want to talk about myself sooner. In last 14th place and most likely to stay there, pretty good at this. Dennis D Money is still in last place. I don't see him or that changing.
If he watched the BaconCast and heard all the hard-hitting analysis, he might move up to 13th.
You know,
but until then, he will remain in 14th place.
My team is not bad enough to get into 14th. My team is bad right now, but it's not bad enough to get into 14th.
I mean, Josh, right after, during the draft, you said your team was going to be pretty awful. So I think your analysis was spot on. You're not last.
I was not excited about my team after.
You were not very excited. You actually looked very nervous. You were fumbling around with your sheets. You were doing all this stuff, and it clearly didn't help.
Yeah, my predictions are coming to fruition, unfortunately. So yes, there I am at 13th place, moving up to 12th. Schrader Joe's Teddykins in 12th, moving up to 11th. Poor Michael has slid from first down to 11th.
He might go good.
44.
Paying his team manager.
He needs to get on that. I don't think he's paying his team manager.
Invoices, Mikey.
Moving up to 10th, Adam is up to number 10 now. At 9 is Will, Survive the Ground. 8 is Plum Bob. Number 7 is Jeremy. Number 6 is Big Red Gum, Keith, the former gum salesman. Number 5 is Fields of Dreams. Kevin is number 5, somehow still higher than my team. I don't understand that.
Doesn't make any sense.
4 is Wolf the Dentist, Sean Pukemaster Flex Sorrell at number 4. Number 3, Marina Brawlers. He's got those Dolphins. And then the glory boy here. Oh my goodness. Coming all the way from the bottom at 13, all the way up to
the bottom over here.
Savvy
Yours,
pickups, man. Savvy
especially
pickups.
true right here in the BaconCast. Our co-host Eli ESPN Harrington. Look at him go.
Every week.
The only
And
gentleman
then-
in this league that loves the Rams. Who knew? The Rams. Who knew?
Sarah's so impressed.
I mean, she should be. Man, oh man.
Right?
Yeah.
You got a real shot at this league.
Every day.
Your imaginary football team is doing fantastic.
Yeah.
All because of you.
Can she hear the audio? You got an earpiece in
Oh,
here.
she hears it. She's nodding her head.
Okay.
Most of a smile on her face.
My boyfriend is such a good imaginary football team manager.
Every Sunday. What are you doing on your phone? The fantasy. It's not. Well, it's not fantasy. It's real. But you know,
It's real. It's real.
It's a real fantasy, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's money on the line.
All right, and then at number 1, Patty Poo, getting gritty with it.
Still number one.
Still number 1.
Crushing it.
Still not.
But something interesting from this past week, he was number 1, and he was dismantled by. There he is. The Shawnee. New record, 178.88 points. Over top of the previous record holder, Pat, who had 176.96, the last record.
Wow, that's close. I didn't even know it was a record till you told me.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Pukey, you were at like 173 by like halfway through the first game.
Oh, they all were like, yeah, I had all my
It
guys
was
playing at
insane.
once. Yeah.
Because I was leading the charge, and I also called it last week. I was like, I'm gonna have a high score next week. I just know it's coming. And for most of the day, I was like leading in the projection lines, and then all of a sudden, everyone was like 30, 25, 30, 25, like racking up your points.
Man,
I was
my
like,
team-
I'm never gonna catch.
I wasn't even watching the scores because I had to like log. I couldn't get my app working. I didn't have it until this week, so I did everything online, which feels archaic. But I was like watching ESPN scores, and I'm like, wow, a lot of these guys that I have are getting touchdowns. Like almost every one of them has like multiple touchdowns. So yeah, everybody went off in the same league.
So your
Dude,
top
it was
3
awesome.
scorers, Stephen Diggs, 33 points, Anthony Richardson, 29.6 points, and Devon A-Chain, 25.5 points. That is a grand total of 88.1 points. Those 3 players alone beat Kevin's team,
Well, this is always
Dennis's team,
fun. I do like this.
Mikey's team, Keith's team, Will's team, B-Real's team, almost Plum's team, and my team. Those 3 players beat half the league.
Oh, that's great.
It's ridiculous.
Really puts it into perspective.
Man,
Yeah.
oh man.
Yeah.
Quite a day.
Wow.
Felt good. Still feels good.
So,
Still on, still
I
on
guess
time.
another notable matchup. Dennis, who we all thought was going to go 0 for the season, took down formerly the number 2 ranked team, Fields of Dreams, Kevin.
3-1.
Kevin
Yeah,
lost
3-0
to
at the
Dennis,
time.
and that is embarrassing.
I mean, you need a kicker to step up, and they step up. Like it's just like look at that. I mean, Elliott just freaking
15
crushing it.
points. Yeah. Kickers
Amazing.
matter, man.
Kickers matter, right?
Better believe it. Jeremy, half of Jeremy's points were scored by Christian McCaffrey. His team was otherwise unimpressive, but he did have 110.
McCaffrey has been an absolute beast this year. I mean, he was last
Absolutely
year
nuts.
too, but like
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Absolutely
Yeah,
nuts.
Oh,
So yeah,
That's
Jer
wild.
took down Adam. They're both at 2 and 2. Eli did have a good amount of points.
Yeah.
He got his Pook Nukem. He got Kyron Williams and Josh Jacobs. He had a good amount of points. 127 for E. Really whooping down on Michael. Michael had
Mikey's team forgot how to play football.
they had a very poor week.
I think I was the high score, but the score differential between E's matchup and Mikey's, I think, was still greater.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I think you're
Patty
right.
had a rough week playing you.
Right.
That's-
That was unfortunate.
yeah, I'm the only other team I think that would have beat him.
Yeah. Mikey deserved his loss.
Definitely.
Earned it. Yeah.
So this was a close one here. 2-2 teams, Keith and Will. 83.5 to 84.7, a very close matchup. I mean, Will came out on top to get to 2-2. So that's something there. I mean,
I feel like I don't know if ESPN
middling
does it,
teams.
but it would be fun to see like the score line as it gets closer to the end of games for the close match.
Yeah, like they used to do for like basketball games. Yeah.
You know, when they're like, what's happening? Like,
retell the story of the day. Yeah.
right. Like, I went to bed. I thought I had it.
Right. Those lines cross back.
Right.
They should do that. They should do that for like basketball games and stuff. I like that. To like kind of
I looked at it for
flow.
football, but for fantasy it would be interesting.
Eli, do you know what basketball is?
I have no idea what you guys are honestly.
You're familiar? It's like a round ball, and they bounce it and then they shoot it.
Oh, do they pass too, or is it all?
Yeah,
No,
you have a stick.
Oh, sometimes, if they get mad, they might get
exactly.
a
Exactly.
Yeah.
You put them in timeout. Yeah, I know all about it. Come on.
Right. You are familiar with the sport of football, though, right?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
I do what people tell me to do.
And then Ted took me down. My team did not come to play. I'm actually a little bit concerned about my team. Actually, I would say a lot of bit concerned about my team.
Yeah. It's looking pretty. It's looking pretty.
Yeah.
I'll spend more time with my kids this year. It's all good.
Being a good dad, right? That's what it's all about.
So because we no longer let's take a little side note here.
Yes.
I don't have any like violin music, but I would like some serious music right now because we used to have a former league mate that would every week on Wednesday afternoon, we would see a glorious, well thought out, well worded email about our fables and foils on the waiver wire.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sad that I don't see that email anymore.
It was the best part of my Wednesday. Like, it doesn't matter how bad my Wednesday was. If that email hit my inbox, I stop everything I'm doing and I read that email. And it's gone.
It's gone forever. It may be gone forever.
Maybe.
Where is it?
That's not really the kind of music I was looking for. Good try, but
Great drop.
I didn't have a lot of time. I just had to pick something.
Yeah, you picked wrong, but that's okay. I appreciate the effort.
Yeah, Kev, step it up, man. This league needs that email. Come on, bring it back. Bring it back, Kev.
So because we don't have it, now you get our version,
which is terrible.
It's not going to be good because
lot of zeros.
No money spent.
$14.
Waiver wire is
Jameson Williams.
I'm going to go back to my previous theory that Kevin is not doing it because he's the one making all the shitty moves this year, spending way too much for people that no one else wants. Although I put a bid on Jameson, which I think it's a good pickup, but he could have had him for $1. Instead, he spent $14.
I mean, he doesn't want to write about himself. Right?
I also have a theory that Kevin is secretly listening to the fantasy footballers because that is right around the budget that they recommended the fab to put in for him.
They've been recommending that guy since he came into the league, and he just wants to get suspended.
Right.
Yeah.
Kevin could have had Jameson Williams for $1, got him for 14. The only other person, Ted got Jaleel McLaughlin for 3. Looked like you put a bid in for him. Oh no, Kevin put a bid in for him, not you, Mike, or not you, Sean. Sean tried to get
I was unsuccessful.
Dobbs.
I didn't even know.
Oh, you tried to get Dobbs? Where is that?
Oh, you got him for $1.
He took him for $1.
Savvy.
Oh, savvy bidder of the week, baby.
I didn't even do I care about $2? No, but I didn't think anybody was eyeing him.
You know, I got Ronnie Rivers, and Ronnie Rivers is going to be the new Rams running back because he's better than Kyron. Better watch out.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Really?
What's saying? Hold on.
What? You dropped Sean Tucker?
What did you do?
Josh.
I had to change my team name. My team name is now 44 play.
Tucker's your boy. Come on.
Sean Tucker is no longer on my team. It's a sad, sad day, but he's now
I'm
third
sorry,
string
buddy.
running back, and I couldn't.
If
hold on
anybody
to him.
wants him, you can go out there and put a claim in. He's
You
available.
can. You can. But 44 play on the bench now.
Oh,
It was a sad, sad time, and I hope I can pick him back up later for all of my fab budget when he becomes the starting running back. But
yeah, that'll be great.
I will wait
Really
for that day.
happens for you.
So that's where we are. All right, that's it for waivers. Nothing really exciting there.
Okay.
All right.
So that's scoreboard, that's waivers, and let's ask some questions.
Ooh, questions.
And then Sean can ask some questions of us.
Questions.
I didn't prepare, but I can think on the fly.
Okay.
I got this.
All right, Sean. A new point record in your name. 178.88 points. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Who in this league is least likely to ever break a record ever in the history of this league whose name is not Dennis?
Oh, whoa. All right. Well, now you made it challenging. Ever break a record. So, yeah, I could throw a lot of names out there that I might think will never do it. But one that just comes to mind that I think is going to maybe even get close to records, like really close, but just gets so mad that you can't quite crack it. You know, can't break through the barrier, can't break that glass ceiling. I would have to go with Adam Carl. I just
Oh, damn.
so close. He's gonna get so close. He's gonna read everything. He's getting into it now. But it's just the more you put in, the harder you fall. But eventually, maybe there's a shot. Maybe one day figures it out. But it's gonna be a long journey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Okay. All right. I'll take that. That's too bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Adam, but I think he's right.
Love you, Adam.
Adam,
I want you to prove me
here,
wrong.
man.
Remember this moment, Adam, when you watched the BaconCast on October 4th, 2023, as a moment that you said, I'm going to prove him wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go get it.
Or maybe you won't watch.
This
This is going to get like 4 views. So
We've been getting at least 7. Okay. There's some.
I think I saw 12 on the last one.
Good.
I don't know who these others are. You might get some creepers.
Well, one of them is definitely Josh.
Annie watches it on my account, so it's technically my account, but I don't rewatch it usually.
So your household is two views?
No. I
seriously
usually just give Annie my phone because it's like on there easily, and she just watches it on my phone.
Does Annie seriously watch this?
Sometimes, yeah.
Stop it.
She likes it.
I should have.
She misses you guys.
I'm
Oh,
gonna have her watch.
Maybe she misses you guys. It's just us, and then like sometimes we can get somebody else to join us.
Yes, yeah, whoever, right?
I mean, I had to tell guys tonight I'm going to be late for some event because I was like, I'm on a podcast. I'm sorry, like
It matters.
can't move the time.
You got stuff, man.
Priorities. I love it.
All right. So, Sean, when Mikey goes from Gerg to 44 back to Gerg, what does that conversation look like with you?
I mean, it's really a conversation with yourself. Like you just got to ask yourself, like, who do you want to be? Right?
Yeah.
Are you the 44? Is that who you're trying to be?
Mhm.
Are you the Gerg? Are you in between? Like, what do you want to be in life? You got to
Pick a
have that
lane.
internal conversation with yourself.
Yeah.
And it's okay if you want to be the Gerg. You want to do the draft. In fact, maybe you don't want to do the draft. You want to auto draft and then walk away. You can do that. I mean, you can do that, but you got to ask yourself how much you're going to commit.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's good. I think that's solid. He needs to look introspectively. Yeah.
Yes.
He needs to figure out where his true self is and how much he needs to. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I think Mikey knows though. He's got the Gerg in him. I mean, he really has it in him. And maybe Mikey just forgot who he is, but maybe Mikey didn't forget who he is.
Since he's still in there.
He's still in there.
The Gerg is still.
At least Gerg.
Once you've tasted the Gerg, it's hard to just
hold it
fully
on.
All right, Sean. A few years ago, you were a Red Bull athlete. What would you attribute your downfall to?
Wait, is that true?
And do your boys have a new role model?
I'm surprised that you know that. Yeah, I mean,
Fluke Tog? How could I not?
Fluke Tog, yep. Well, when you get to combine your athletic prowess with your engineering, just drive that you have to just, build and solve things, really just a special moment. And I hope that they can look at that and not the Speedo and the dancing and all that. I'm hoping they don't see that as much, but
that's all that we see. Yeah,
that's all you see. And maybe
else.
not that it crashed and didn't really go very far, right? Like, but look at the journey. Like, what did it? What does it take to get there? And yeah, how is that? But yeah, it's it was a great moment in life for me. I look back fondly on it, but I'm not the athlete I once was. I'm not that guy. I gotta try to get back to it, but I'm getting older and not necessarily wiser.
Don't give up on your dreams, man. Don't give up.
You would attribute it mostly to age, maybe a little less drive.
I mean, my fall from the top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would have that and the kids. I mean, Josh, you got a little sneak peek before the BaconCast started. I mean, a lot of my energy is taken away from me on a daily basis. I'd have to say.
Mm-hmm.
And coaching.
Wild over there.
What's that?
Were kids running wild before I got in?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're teaching me Mr. Jeff karate. It's a new type of karate.
Oh, okay.
Karate with Mr. Jeff. Yeah, really, really impressive.
I asked him what form of karate, if it's like Taekwondo or some other form of karate, and he said, "Oh yeah, it's a new kind." Or he said, "Yeah, I take the Mr. Jeff karate."
Oh, wow, Mr. Jeff.
The ancient form of Mr. Jeff karate. Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'll get back there. I'll Fluke Tog again.
So they do still see you as a role model, even though you're a failed athlete.
They tell me that they should be my role model every day. I think they tell me that they are better skiers, better soccer players, smarter. So they also put me in my place. In this household, I get put in my place a lot.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right, let's take it back to football real quick. How about these Tom Brady-less Patriots? How bad of a coach is Bill Belichick?
Oh, that's a good question.
I mean, Yuki?
What's that?
You're a Pats fan, right?
Oh yeah, New England. Yeah,
New England.
Through.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Tom Brady is the best ever. It's hard to replace him, and Bill Belichick is struggling to do that.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, the coaches aren't on the field, and the players are whether they're hurt or not, or we're all dealing with injuries out there, but they're not stepping up. They're not performing. So
do you remember a time when Bill Belichick was getting the acclaim as if he were the best coach to ever live?
I do remember that time. Was that with the Cleveland Browns? Was that when he was the head coach there? The dog pound.
I remember he was a bad coach at the Cleveland Browns, and then he went to the Patriots, and he was a bad coach. And then came along Tom Brady, and then he was a great coach.
I still think
Tom Brady went away.
He's a good coach. He's just getting a little full of himself in his old age. That's all right.
All right.
Well, speaking of Tom Brady, do you think he made the right call ditching his lovely wife Giselle to play one more lackluster season of football and
yeah, why wouldn't you get one more year in your 40s? When you've really already done it all and you have nothing else to prove and sacrifice, your marriage, your family, all that. It's totally, totally worth it.
Yeah, we'd all do it.
Yeah.
No, it really has.
I just want to make sure you guys are all the same page as me. Yeah,
I feel like every player has to go out. The best players don't know how to go, right? Like Michael Jordan's like, oh, I got to play with the Wizards. Like, yeah, why can't we just I got to play baseball, right? Like the goats don't know how to go, right?
Yeah, they can't stop.
They just can't let go and just ride off into the sunset happily.
It's too bad.
It's amazing. He's still available on waiver wire, by the way.
Really?
Have you guys not noticed that?
ESPN won't let him release him.
They won't release him. I was looking last night for a QB, and I was like, hold on, because at first I didn't know who was on bye other than what's it called? Herbert, the Chargers. So I scrolled down and I was like, who's even available? Where's Baker? I want to pick up Baker. And I kept scrolling down. I was like, Tom Brady. What's Tom Brady doing here?
Yeah, he's
Like,
still on there.
still got a shot. Maybe he's
Is
coming to the
Brett
Jets.
Favre still on there?
I mean,
Yeah,
what else is he doing? He's going up, banging models and dreaming about football.
Mm.
Yeah. And I saw he was watching Red Zone in his car last weekend. So
Right.
kind of sad. Plus, shouldn't he have a driver? He's worth like $60 million.
He's in those like car rental commercials, right? Maybe
Totally.
he's trying to show that he still drives.
Fine.
It's gotta be worth more than that, right?
No, Giselle is worth like 4 times as much as him.
Right. So when they split it, does he get more money because she's like?
Oh, that's a good
more?
question. Is their divorce over? Can we look this up?
Yeah. It would take probably a while to get through, but
Yeah, he's probably getting a really good end of that.
you got to think, right? I think she's
worth like
better worth more than him.
of millions, I believe.
Yeah.
It's crazy. She's worth it. I know nothing about her other than that she's a model. That's it. But she's
That's
got
good.
lines and lines and lines. Yeah.
You got that right. Yep.
She said she supported her husband playing football, but we all know she didn't really want that.
Is that true?
Later in life, at the end, I don't think so.
She went
yeah,
to bed
I mean-
every night with the goat. It's pretty wild. I mean, if she went to bed with the goat.
Right.
Yeah, the last couple of years is hard to
Good
know.
point. Good point. Good
I
point.
don't ever want to go to bed with a goat.
Well, Josh, you're on your own there. All right.
Ooh, that would be a good.
Minority
That would be
here.
a good question
All right.
for you
We
guys.
got that on the record. Eli wants to go to bed with a goat.
who is the current GOAT in the Pull Here for Bacon League?
I mean, you have the most wins, don't you?
I don't know. I haven't looked in a very long time.
You haven't been up there in a long time.
I was good in the early years, but I'm trying to come back.
I think we
Middling.
need to look back at the last like 4 or 5 years. That's when we got into it. You get like when you look at
The expansion league era.
the expansion league era. Is that what we're
Yeah.
calling this?
I don't know when we went up to 14 teams.
I mean, I've been in the championship two of the last 3 years.
I have been
Really?
second a lot. I have lost a lot in the championship the last 5 years as well. I haven't won, but
I was the overall season winner 2 years,
Ooh.
but I didn't win the championship.
You
I
know,
went out.
I
in
don't
the
know that we
second
have a
round
goat.
to Will.
who do you fear the most when you were like, I really don't want to play that person's team?
Right now in the league this year.
I guess we got to keep it this year because it's too probably hard to think.
I
think
feel like
Patty's
you
team.
always beat me. Pat, I don't fear Pat. No.
I fear Patty's team.
This year.
I think Sean, you usually beat me.
Oh,
You're always a worthy adversary, Pukey.
thank
And I
you.
usually get to beat Jeremy at least twice a season, so that's always fun.
Jared's usually pretty
He got me
solid,
this year. He got me.
but I'm not afraid of him.
Yes,
That's
you
good.
are. I know you are.
I'm not afraid of anybody ever.
You can't live in fear. Fight or flight. We're coming
All
for
right, Pukey, here's a question for you. Who's the person you're always most excited to beat?
it. Ooh, that is
Like, when
good.
you lock that win in, you're like
Mm.
extra good.
I
Right.
really like to beat people that I know care a lot because it
Ah.
just they really wanted it,
Right.
and I think I enjoy like playing Josh because I do know his passion for it. I don't know if I love beating him as much, but I do. I think I got a text from was it Kevin? Yeah, he was messaging me like when we were playing each other, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, I think he cares a lot," and he's always like down there.
He pretends he doesn't care. He
Right.
pretends he doesn't, but you know he does.
Oh,
He-
you know he right. He like might even make fun of himself, but you know that he cares. I think it feels good to beat Kevin, and I think ironically I lost to him, so I did not beat him when I played.
I mean,
Will
until
used to be
last
up
week.
there, but Will's
Yeah.
just like he's really calmed down in his
Yeah,
neighborhood, and it's just like sometimes I just feel bad beating him because I'm like, dude, you're just
I think he plays with a lot of shame.
you're
I
just
think
like
he's
a
ashamed of himself.
fantasy football player now. It's just disappointing.
He used
Yeah.
to be. I mean, I guess he and I used to be up there. We had a lot of victories, and it's been hard. It's a hard road. You got kids. You got I don't
Life-
watch football as much.
life
I don't know what
leads
his
the other way.
excuse. Maybe he's got kids now too, right? Like
yeah.
stuff happens.
Life
Real.
happens, man. That's true. Life happens.
Like a Mack truck. Boom.
Eli took a whole season off because he was all like hanging out with the Property Brothers and all that nonsense. Look at me, I'm on HGTV. I don't play fantasy football.
I still got my lineups in every week. All right, I was out there working the waiver wire.
I guess that's true. You still participated. You just left me in the lurch for the BaconCast is all.
Yeah, I know, but I watched them every week.
They were not. That was not good content.
Were you by
No, I was
yourself,
like,
Josh?
poor
Did people
Josh.
join you?
Poor guy.
Mhm. It
But
was
I came back strong, baby. I came back strong.
the dark days of the BaconCast are in our past. Yep.
They are.
It's good.
All right, Sean. We're at 30 minutes. You got any questions for us?
You still love doing this. I mean, you guys are you are the two. You are the mainstays of the BaconCast. You know, how do you feel about it? You like where it's at?
Josh won't let me out of our partnership agreement without me taking heavy losses, so I'm here forever.
We do have like a binding, pretty serious contract that Eli.
It's very serious.
He cannot leave. So
Yeah, I'll never get out of this thing. I should have signed a prenup. I should have signed a prenup.
Right. It's fun for me. I enjoy it. I like seeing you guys, and I'll keep doing it. I think it's good.
I do like this high score like guest thing, right? You get to rotate people in, or you get if someone starts just taking off.
It makes it easy to pick who's on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good thing you beat me because it would have just been the two of us this week as usual. And, it's much better having a menage a trois over here. All right.
So I guess let's get it on the books also, because, if you're not the high scorer, you're still going to be on our Halloween BaconCast. So Halloween is Tuesday.
Oh, on the actual Halloween?
No, I don't think that.
Right, because we got kids, right? Yeah.
Right. So I guess the Wednesday, November 1st after Halloween, the day after Halloween, I think that makes the most sense. Or do we want to do it on the 25th?
Let's have one more day of Halloween.
Okay.
One more day of goblins and ghouls.
Just check my my calendar, see what it's telling me.
We'll have 4 that day.
Yeah, it's the first day of American Indian Heritage. So
there you go.
There you go.
Let's do it.
Cool.
Ooh, wait. I might have to do it later that night, but I can still make it work.
All right.
I mean, later is never a problem. My kids are asleep.
We can figure this out offline.
Okay.
Offline.
Sure.
Right, we got matchups, right? Don't we have matchups we gotta analyze?
We stopped doing that because it just got boring.
Oh, you don't do that anymore? Oh, all right.
So you're not watching. So you're not.
I watched the first 10 minutes.
We got
last week
We
until
got
my kids
burned.
All right.
My kids.
I got to get back on it. I got to watch every week now.
You absolutely do.
Yeah.
All
Buster.
Right. So this is it then. If I don't have any questions, because I can come up with more. I can keep this thing going.
No,
I think we're good.
Minutes.
We're
if
past
you didn't
time.
make it past 10 minutes, I don't think anybody else did. So it's probably our limit. Okay.
We're speaking to no one right now.
Yeah.
It's so true, but it's okay. It's all right.
It's okay.
It's all right.
Bye, BaconCast.
Bye.
Love you, boys.